What's going on? Travis here, TravisStutzel.com, TrainAggressive.com, coming to you. Wanted to go over an old school mobility drill that I learned over the weekend, and I learned this from Jared Fleming, who's one of the U.S. top weightlifters, and this guy's freaking strong as hell. And I asked him, I said, how do you improve your mobility for the different Olympic lifts that you do? So snatches, clean and jerks, different things like that. And he said, sit at the bottom of your squat, get in that position and mobilize it. All right. And what I found to be interesting was how, a lot of these old school guys, you see a lot of the different bands and, the mobility work, which is all great stuff. It all has its place. It all helps. But at the end of the day, you don't want to just simply rely on that. Go to the source and actually, use that to help improve what it is you're trying to improve. In this case, we're talking about squatting and getting yourself deeper into the squat. And so I wanted to share a quick drill with you that will help you out. I actually witnessed a person add 3 inches to their squat in a matter of just a couple of minutes, all right? And the drill that we're going to be doing is just a rock bottom squat sit, all right? And some people tend to be so tight. So, for instance, if you just put a barbell on your back and you try to squat down into just a regular squat, your hips might be so tight that you're going to stop, well above parallel. All right, so what you want to do, just load a barbell up with a moderate amount of weight. Depending on how tight you are, you might have to go a little bit heavier. But what you're going to do is you're going to squat down as low as you can get, and you're going to sit in that position. All right, so I'll just demonstrate here with this barbell. And this works for front squats, back squats. All right, so we'll get that in position. Get your feet set, and go ahead and squat down. Hit rock bottom right there, all right? And now when you get down to the bottom, make sure you're staying in good position. So chest up, keep squeezing the back, pushing the knees out. Okay, and once you get this bottom, squeeze your glutes. So make sure your glutes are activated. And you can kind of shift side to side in your squat, trying to keep that weight back on the heels. And just keep adjusting, chest up. Don't lose tension. Stay in the bottom of that squat. Knees out, knees out, knees out. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the glutes. Chest up, chest up, chest up. Boom, come out of there. All right? And for me, I've been up on my feet for the last couple hours, so I'm pretty tight right now, doing coaching and all that good stuff. And just doing that right there, woo, I feel nice and loose, all right? So we can go ahead and do this with the front squat as well. And as you notice, when I squat down, I'm not just simply sitting in that squat, okay? I'm mobilizing as I'm down in the rock bottom position. So I'm kind of shifting left to right, keeping the weight back on my heels, keeping my chest up, all right? You don't want to do this with a heavy-ass weight that's, pushing you into a bad position, all right? You want to make sure you can control that weight, keep your chest up, stay as vertical as possible, all right? It's not forcing you to round your back and get in a bad position, because that's not going to help you out. You want to make sure you're in a good position at the bottom of that squat. And like I mentioned, you're mobilizing, so you're shifting the weight left to right. Keep the glutes activated. Squeeze the glutes. Drop down a little bit more. Keep the chest up. Shoulder blades back. Just keep running that stuff through your head and just try to hold that position down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and go into the front squat. And we'll go into front squat, rock bottom, mobilization. Boom. Make sure we get in a good position. Get the feet set. We'll go ahead and drop into that front squat. All right. Shifting side to side. Front squat's going to be a little bit tougher. Got to hold it in that rack. Keep that weight back on the heels. Elbows up, elbows up. Knees out, knees out, knees out. and you can just mobilize in that position. So, a couple different ways you can do it. You're sitting in the rock bottom position. All right, you can go anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. It's all kind of up to you. And like I mentioned, I got this from, you know, a high-level Olympic weightlifter. I asked him, what kind of mobility stuff are you doing? Are you using bands? Are you using lacrosse balls? He says, I load up the freaking barbell, put it on my back, squat down, and I stay in that position, and it helps out. So the key is, like I mentioned, make sure you're in a good position. So obviously if you have a lot of issues with your hips, do what you can with bands, soft tissue work, help break that tissue up, loosen that up. I would recommend doing this after you go through like a quick warm-up, kind of get your blood flowing a little bit, and then you can go ahead and go down in these rock bottom squat sits to help improve that mobility. This is something that you can do every single day. And probably the best time to do this would be at the end of your training session. So after you're done with everything else, you should be nice and loose, you know, blood flowing real well. Go ahead and take, you know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, drop down into your rock bottom squat sits and get that in, and your mobility will improve over time, all right? So hope that helps you out. Keep training 110% ham, living aggressive, getting strong. Travis, I'm out.